I had two friends. One of them was, of course, my younger sister, Barikan. The other one was a girl. Her name was Diwan. Diwan was mute. She never said a word or a sound. She had an older brother, Ismail. He was 16 years old. He was also mute. So we all had accepted that Diwan was just like her brother. She couldn't speak, and she was mute. We had all accepted that Diwan was mute. One morning, I went to Diwan's house because I wanted to play with her. Her mother was washing clothes in the yard. She said to me, "Barikan, Diwan is not home. Have a seat on the stairs. She might be home soon." So I sat on the stairs and watched her mother washing clothes and waited for Diwan. To the left of her mother, there was a beautiful big green tree. And I saw that Ismail was chained to the tree. The mother had to chain Ismail in order to protect him, because every single time Ismail went outside, he was attacked by the children on the street, physically and verbally, only because he couldn't speak. I saw that Ismail was crying, and he desperately wanted to free himself from those chains. I felt his suffering. By watching him, I was sucked into his world, a world of pain. I truly felt and sensed the suffering and the pain he felt. Now it is 27 years later, but I still remember in my heart the suffering, the powerlessness he felt, and the longing for being free. Suddenly, I heard a voice within me. The voice said, "This is going to be Diwan's future." And for a moment, I had the vision that Diwan in the future being chained to the tree. I responded, "No, it is not." The voice within me said, "This will be Diwan's future if you don't do anything." In the quietness, I decided and I promised, I will not let this be Diwan's future. Remember, I was only 5 years old. From that day, I changed the games we used to play every single day with my sister and Diwan. I created a classroom. I placed 2 large stones, one for my sister and one for Diwan, as if they were seats in the real classroom. The wall was the blackboard, and I was the teacher. At a very young age, I started to go to school, so I already knew the alphabet. I wrote the alphabet on the wall, and I introduced our new game for both of my friends. I said, "I am the teacher, and whatever I write on the wall, I will read, and you will repeat after me." This was a very easy game for my sister, but for Diwan, this was impossible. I was very gentle to her. I said to my friend, "Diwan, you can do this. See, everyone can do it, you can do it too. Come on, repeat after me." She didn't. And the only thing happened was she looked into my eyes with her beautiful eyes, and we remained in silence. It's my nature, I'm very impatient, and nothing happened. I continued to be gentle with her, and I had to find new ways in order to make her speak. It was, after all, my mission. My mother, she tried to stop me. She said to me, Barikan, this is Diwan's nature. She is mute, just like her brother. She can't speak, and there is nothing to do about it. On the other hand, Diwan's mother, she said to me, if you can't teach Diwan how to speak, you have my blessings. I continued my job and my mission. One day, Diwan started to repeat after me, and she started to speak. She repeated word by word and letter by letter. Everyone was surprised, and of course, I was happy. So the only thing I did was changing the game, and that changed Diwan's future from being mute to speaking. My family were refugees, and we had to move from place to place. In 1993, a very short time after this experience, we had to move in a refugee camp. And my sister and I, we got separated from our friend. In 1998, my family got guaranteed asylum to Denmark. And in 2006, we visited Kurdistan for the first time. My mother and I, we visited Diwan's family. Now, this was 13 years later, and we were 18 years old. Diwan was not only a beautiful young woman, she was married and she had a child. For me, seeing Diwan holding her child was and will remain the happiest moment in my life. Her mother said, "This is your job, you did it." If you didn't teach Diwan how to speak, she would have ended up like Ismail, and she would never have her own family. I didn't respond on her mother's statement, but deep in my heart, I said, I didn't do the job by myself. I was guided by the voice within me. See, the voice comes from our heart. I call the voice. Others call it an emotion. This voice is deeply connected to who we are, our purpose in life, and what we need to accomplish in our life. Every single human being has this voice within them. The only thing we have to do is to listen. Listen very carefully, because the voice sometimes is loud. Sometimes it's just a whisper or a feeling. And sometimes it's quietness. But we always know when it speaks to us. In 2017, I attended a course at Harvard Kennedy School, a very transformative and intensive course. The very first question the professor asked his students, and he wrote it on the blackboard, was, "Who are you?" I gave my full attention to his question and what kind of answers he will get, because I was haunted by this question for years. So I was really interested to listen to what will they say. See, the answers he get was very ordinary and very standard answers. The answers was based on name, gender, positions, education, civil status, sexuality, ethnicity, and nationality. However, these are not who we are. Who we are, all these answers are roles, labels, identities, which we use when we interact with people in the outer world. Who we are is truly the essence, and that cannot be changed, possessed, or discussed, or negotiated. All this had led me to 3 steps toward knowing yourself. The first step is connecting. To connect with the voice within you. To connect with your emotions and your thoughts. I believe this is the gateway to become a wholehearted human being. By wholehearted, I mean to live and lead your life from the inside and out. And embrace life fully, whatever it throws at you. A lot of people stops and really never comes further from the step, because we are all addicted to the emotions and the thoughts we have and we feel. Step 2 is changing the games. By step 2 and changing the games, I mean we practically have to and need to and must invest time to practically change the abusive and negative mind and emotional games we play every single day. And everyone is doing it, not only here, but all around the world. We need to invest time to replace our negative and abusive thoughts and emotions with those emotions and thoughts we want, we truly want. And we need to replace them with the true vision for our future. I know this process, step 2, is very bitter and harsh, because you will fail and you will fail again. You will face challenges and even crises. But remember, failing is trying, and true change are only made by true self-understanding. That leads me to third step, which is self-education. Step 3 is a combination between formal education and self-education. Formal education gives us and enriches us with a set of skills that we can practically use and theoretical understand. But self-education enriches us from within. Maybe you say, I'm a doctor, or I'm a professor, or I'm a teacher, or I'm whatever. But yeah, and I have 3 university degrees. But I will never stop investing in myself. Because self-education and true change is made through changing yourself from the inside and out. Connecting gives you deep and new insights about yourself, which leads you to creating practically the changes through self-education. Now, I will leave you with my last thoughts. 1% of a day is 15 minutes. If you invest only 1 minute, only 1% of your day, let us say you will improve by 0.1%. If you continue this, you will improve by 3% each month. If you make this a habit for a year, you will improve by 36%. And if you continue this for only 3 years, you will not only change, you will transform by more than 100%. So imagine if you did this for 3 years. You will not only change, you will for sure change all the games and transform your future. Thank you very much.